You have supported taking in refugees, correct? I don't want to be out of...
No, not here, not in the church,
Okay, but you have in general, being compassionate. Yes.
Yes, we have.
Just not in your church.
No, just not in our church. So we have to, put in provision for that.
Progressive churches all over the country, you've seen this, same thing. They're the same thing. The leftist churches demanding that we take part in taking in more refugees. We have a few churches have done this. We have these, you're bringing them up there, not okay, Jared? Yeah. Look, we're going to peace build, responding to the refugee issue. All the Unitarians and, I don't know, Episcopalians, whatever those non-real denominations are. And here's what's so funny about that is churches, I've always believed sort of the body of Christ, for lack of a better word, is supposed to be about voluntary servitude. Mm-hmm. I was always raised to believe that because Christ is about free will. You have the choice to follow him, to accept him or not. That's it. Whether you're a Christian or not, let's say you're an atheist. Let's just say it's a fable, it's a parable. The parable of Christ is someone who completely and totally offers you free will to make decisions which could improve or be detrimental to your life. So I always find it ironic whenever the church sort of declares liberalism their de facto position, because that's involuntary servitude. Mm-hmm. Is there? You're more of an apologetics guy. Is there anything in the Bible that describes involuntary servitude as compassionate?
No.
That's
the long answer.
There's added a couple O's to the no.
Yes. No.
Nope.
No, there is not.
For those who want to get technical.
Yes.
But we wanted to see if these people would put their money where their mouth is, because they protest the government. They want the government to bring in refugees. So Not Gay Jared had the brilliant idea. We called many of these progressive churches to see. Well, you can take a look for yourself.
Heart House, this is Krista.
Hi, Krista. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. My name is Grant Mayo. I'm with the Institute for Saving Immigrants from Syria, and I wanted to know if there was someone there with whom I could speak regarding just sort of partnership. We are asking for no money. I represent Refugee Affairs Placement Enterprise, and we're just looking for compassionate, progressive Christian allies. Well, I'm actually calling from the Justice for Immigration Humanitarian Aid Division. My name is Grant Mayo.
So can you tell me a little more?
Sure. My name is Grant Mayo. I'm with the Bureau of United Transatlantic Transit for Understanding, Caring, and Kindness. It's an organization that deals currently right now with the refugee crisis. And with a search online, your church showed up as just truly a beacon of progress and compassion. And we wanted to see who we could speak with there and partnering up and providing as well as receiving some assistance. Your church is very public about your progressivism, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Well, it's just very impressive. It's very Christ-like to open the doors, wide open without so much as security clearance. We've seen online about the current refugee situation and the need to help them. I think we're both on board with that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how many can I put you down for?
I'll have to get back with you on that.
Well, time is of the essence. We have some people here who've obviously come over, on planes, and some by land, some by sea, land or sea or foam, correct? Just want to see how many you can house there at your church.
We currently don't have the, space or room to house them in-house, but I would have to, that's something we would surely, have to discuss and see if we can make provisions for that and give you a call back.
Okay, but you have supported taking in refugees, correct? I don't want to be out of...
No, not here, not in the church,
Okay, but you have in general, being compassionate. Yes.
Yes, we have.
Just not in your church.
No, just not in our church. So we have to, put in provision for that.
Really quickly, what about you yourself? How many refugees have you taken in?
I haven't taken any.
Oh, well, that's perfect. We have 2 right now who are ready to go. They're fantastic. They're very friendly.
I don't have the space or the capacity right now.
You don't have space? You don't have space in your heart? Well, I want to make sure off the bat, though, I'm not mistaken in understanding that church is a progressive church, correct?
Very much so.
Let me ask you, before I give you my information, how many refugees have you housed there at the church? We're trying to take a little bit of a survey here.
We don't house them within the church building.
Do you know anyone there who has? Anyone who has personally taken one into their home, or a church personally who's housed them?
like I say, we don't. That's not what we do here.
Sure. No, that wouldn't be expected.
We don't house refugees, right?
No, we wouldn't expect you to do that. But speaking out in support of it is certainly almost the same thing. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Well, I know the church's position has been to support the helping of the needy and refugees, and we have refugee elementary children who we are bringing, again, Justice for Immigration Humanitarian Aid Division. And since that is your department at the church, I would just like to know, how many we could bring in there that you could help out.
Well, I'll tell you what, my philosophy is I don't turn anybody away.
Sure. So, okay.
And if there's something a program that we offer that anybody would be interested in,
Sure.
we'll be happy to help in any way we can.
Sure. So, like housing. We need to
What do you mean?
Well, we need to house refugee children. They need a place to live.
No, I have no inkling on how to approach anything like that at all.
It's very simple. You open your door and your heart.
Well, yeah, my position here is to provide faith formation programs for children and families.
Sure. So how many can we put your department down for?
You mean to come here for faith formation?
Yes, and for faith formation, certainly. And, food, shelter, sleeping bags if you have them.
I can handle the part about faith formation, but that's about it.
But what better social services program than the body of Christ? I mean, that's the goal in all of this.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we don't have a facility here where people can sleep and shower and eat and stuff like that.
Oh, you don't have bathrooms there?
No. Well, we have restrooms, but they're in the school.
Oh, well, perfect. There you go. There's room in the school.
Yeah, right. Try that.
I understand. Believe me, I understand where you're coming from. It is not without its concern for the other children. Obviously, when we're talking about assimilation, and some of these children, frankly, act out very violently. Do you know if the church has taken in, at least as I call back down my list, has this church taken in?
No, they haven't because there's nowhere to put them.
What about the homes of the pastors or yourself? Do you have room for a small child in your heart?
You know what? This is really a good idea for us to talk about here.
Yes,
but we're not
so glad
set up
we're
to
talking.
do anything today, but maybe this is something we should talk about.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you call me back in a couple of weeks, and hopefully I'll, see what I can do.
Oh, but they'll be deported by then. That's the issue is with the immigration ban right now. They're here currently.
Well, there isn't anybody here right now today for me to talk to.
Well, you
and
can
I don't
talk
have
to
the
this
authority
child.
to give you a yes or no answer.
This child just wants someone to talk to.
Tell me what your name is again.
My name is Grant Mayo with the Justice for Immigration Humanitarian Aid Division.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and that's Mayo, M-E-O. Not some people think like mayonnaise and they shorten it, and that's just grossly offensive. But even listen, if it's temporary, if you or just a member who's there right now who has an extra cot.
There's no one here for me to run this through to get approval.
Sure. No, but I mean individuals. You can just start calling down the list and see if people have room. That's what we're looking for.
Right. Yeah, I would have to get permission to be able to do that.
Sure. So do you need permission from your husband?
True.
Well, let's get him on the line. I mean, listen, these kids come from a very patriarchal society. They'd be very understanding.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's great to have social programs, but obviously these people need a place to live and resettle. There's no after-school program for somebody who doesn't even have a house to take a bus from to school. You understand?
Right. We just serve the children here.
Okay, so you serve the children. Well, I just so happen to have children, ages 4 and 13. 13's at that problem age, but good kids, really good kids. And we need to find a place for them. What about you yourself? We've opened our houses personally. We know people have been calling for this. We're just looking for true progressives to open their homes and hearts. Is that something you'd consider?
I am not in a place to do that right now.
Well, why not?
I'm a student and I am about to get married, and so that's not something that I could do. But there is another place.
But you do encourage others to do so.
Most definitely.
Yes. Okay. So we're on board. Other people should be doing this. You're getting married and you're a student, so you can't do it right now.
Correct.
The problem is a 13-year-old here, Madula Ambamgata, cannot wait because he may be shipped right back. There are people who've been, I'm sure you've heard about the ban, the crisis, where they've come here and they may have to go back if they're from the 7 countries. And I mean, we need to resettle them now. We don't have time for someone to call us back 2 weeks in and then, offer them, some intramural basketball.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. We're definitely not the place for that.
Hi, this is Melissa. I'm the operations manager. What is it that you need?
Hi, Melissa. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. This is Grant Mayo with the Institute for Saving Immigrants from Syria, and we work to resettle refugees. We have just been coming up against a dead end, Melissa. We have been trying to get these poor people coming from war-torn countries, refugees, many of whom are still, middle-aged males, into homes here. And there are a lot of organizations who have extracurricular activities, who have support groups, but we need homes.
And we wouldn't be able to do any of that.
What about you, Melissa? Do you have a spare bedroom?
No, I don't.
Really?
I don't.
Even if it's just, for a temporary amount of time.
I don't have a spare. I don't have a spare anything.
Anyone in your family or any of your friends? What about anyone in the organization? Anyone there who could actually open? I have 4 right now, and believe me, I've rescued animals as well. And my home is just a revolving door of people who need help. It's not without its problems. My daughters weren't huge fans for a little while, but it has been a very rewarding experience, and
Absolutely, and I get it because, like I said, we work with our kids who are refugees, so we've heard the horror stories and we've heard everything. That's where our heart and our passion lies.
Oh, what horror stories?
We understand that it's a crisis situation, an emergency situation.
Sure.
But like I said, our organization doesn't do anything like that.
No, not the organization. Just any of the people there.
But since you called our organization, you can't really ask me on a personal level or my family if we can open our homes. So you could try like residential homes or calling people's individual.
Oh, do you live in a corporate office?
Individual personal numbers.
P.O. box?
This is the place for that since we're a nonprofit.
Sure.
So I have to say no.
Sure.
And I hope you have a lot of luck with your search. Sounds like you're doing really rewarding things.
But we're not getting anything done. No one will take these people in.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Well, I wish I could say the same.
Thanks.
No.
Hey, if you like this video, subscribe by clicking the button that says subscribe. If you're not aware of it now, there's no way you're learning the internet at this point. I'm not going to help you. But this was clipped from my daily show, available exclusively to LottoWithCredit.com/MugClub members. If you're student, military, or veteran, enter in that promo code. It's less than $6 a month, and you get daily content. No more clips, plus this hand-etched mug. Oh, when I feel it, I got a chill like on the inside.